Magnum Research Desert Eagle. The Desert Eagle was developed in the early 1980s by Magnum Research, an American company that wanted a semi-automatic pistol capable of firing large Magnum revolver cartridges. Israeli company IMI, now IWI, was brought in to handle manufacturing and refine the design. Early prototypes went through several rounds of testing before the final layout was approved for production. It was officially released in 1983, with the widely known Mark I hitting the commercial market that year. The pistol commonly chambers .357 Magnum, .44 Magnum, or .50 Action Express, weighs around 1.9 kilograms unloaded, and measures roughly 26 centimeters in length. It feeds from a magazine holding 7 to 9 rounds depending on caliber, and its sheer size made it instantly distinctive among semi-automatic handguns. Unlike most pistols, it uses a gas-operated rotating bolt system borrowed from rifle design, rather than the simple blowback or short recoil systems typical of handguns. This gives it smoother recoil for its caliber, though it remains large and heavy for everyday carry. Civilian shooters and collectors adopted it mainly for sport shooting and hunting, since its size and weight make it impractical for concealed carry or police use. Its real fame came through film and television, where its oversized silhouette became shorthand for power on screen, appearing in countless action productions from the 1980s onward. Its production has continued through several generations, with Magnum Research and later KRISS refining the design for modern shooters. It remains one of the most recognizable handguns in the world, more famous for its screen presence than for widespread military or police use. Its exaggerated proportions and heavy chrome or gold finishes on some models only added to its larger-than-life image on screen. Steyr AG, Austrian company Steyr Daimler Puch, developed the AUG in the 1970s to give the Austrian military a modern, compact bullpup rifle that placed the action behind the trigger for a shorter overall length. It was officially adopted by the Austrian Army in 1978 as the standard service rifle. It fires the 5.56 by 45 mm NATO cartridge, weighs about 3.6 kilograms, and measures only 79 centimeters despite having a full-length barrel, thanks to its bullpup layout. It feeds from a transparent 30 or 42 round magazine, letting soldiers see remaining ammunition at a glance, and reaches an effective range near 500 meters. It operates on a long-stroke gas piston system with a rotating bolt, and its integrated optical sight was unusual for a rifle of its era. The see-through magazine and futuristic polymer housing gave it a look unlike anything soldiers had used before. Austria adopted it for general service, and it later saw use by Australian, Irish, and several other militaries around the world. Its adoption across multiple continents helped it become one of the most widely recognized bullpup rifles ever produced. Its striking silhouette made it a favorite prop in science fiction and action films from the 1980s onward, often standing in for futuristic weaponry. The AUG's bullpup layout influenced later rifle designs across the world, including the French FAMAS and the British SA-80. It remains in service with multiple militaries today, and updated variants continue to sell to military and law enforcement customers worldwide. Its clean, futuristic lines still look modern, decades after its original release, which keeps it appearing in newer productions as well. FN P90. Belgian manufacturer FN Herstal developed the P90 in the late 1980s to meet a NATO request for a compact weapon that could still defeat body armor at close range. It was officially released in 1990, targeting vehicle crews, support troops, and personal defense roles rather than frontline combat. It fires the proprietary 5.7 by 28 mm cartridge, weighs about 2.5 kilograms, and measures just 50 centimeters in length. It feeds from a distinctive 50-round magazine mounted horizontally on top of the weapon, which gave it an unmistakable silhouette unlike any rifle or submachine gun before it. It operates using a blowback system, with rounds rotating downward from the top magazine into the chamber through a unique feed path. This top-mounted magazine and fully enclosed polymer housing made the P90 looks strikingly different from traditional firearms. Military and police units adopted it for close-quarters roles, including NATO forces and various SWAT teams that valued its compact size and armor-piercing capability. Its lightweight also made it a practical choice for personnel who needed a firearm that didn't interfere with other equipment. Its unusual shape made it an instant favorite in science fiction and action films from the 1990s onward, often chosen specifically because it looked unlike any weapon audiences had seen. Its cartridge and design later influenced other personal defense weapons, including FN's own 5.7 pistol, which uses the same ammunition. It remains in service with military, police, and security units in more than 40 countries today. Its rounded, seamless housing still looks unlike almost any other firearm, which keeps prop designers reaching for it in newer productions. Heckler & Koch MP5. German manufacturer Heckler & Koch developed the MP5 in the early 1960s, adapting the roller-delayed blowback system from its G3 rifle into a smaller submachine gun platform. It was officially introduced in 1966 and steadily gained adoption by police and military units through the following decade. It fires the 9x19mm Parabellum cartridge, weighs about 2.5 kilograms, and measures around 65 centimeters with the stock extended. It feeds from a 15 or 30-round magazine and reaches an effective range near 200 meters, making it well-suited for close-quarters engagements. Its roller-delayed blowback system gives it very controllable recoil, letting shooters keep rounds on target even during fully automatic fire. This combination of accuracy and compact size made it a preferred choice for hostage rescue and counter-terrorism units worldwide. Germany's GSG-9 famously used it during the 1977 Mogadishu hijacking rescue, an operation that cemented the weapon's reputation among specialist units globally. News coverage of that operation introduced the weapon's name to a much wider international audience for the first time. Its compact profile and distinctive curved magazine made it instantly recognizable, and it became one of the most frequently featured firearms in action films from the 1980s onward, often carried by both heroes and villains on screen. Its influence shaped an entire generation of submachine gun design worldwide. It remains in active service with military, police, and security forces in dozens of countries today, decades after its original release. Its familiar profile still signals professional close-quarters tactics whenever it appears on screen. Franchi Spaz 12. Italian manufacturer Franchi developed the Spaz 12 in the late 1970s, aiming to build a combat shotgun that could switch between semi-automatic and pump-action modes depending on the ammunition used. It was officially released in 1979, targeting police and paramilitary units that needed flexibility across different situations. It fires 12-gauge shotgun shells, weighs about 4.1 kilograms unloaded, and measures roughly 93 centimeters with the stock extended. It feeds from a tubular magazine holding 6 to 8 shells, and its folding metal stock let operators shorten the weapon quickly for close-quarters use. Its dual-mode operating system let shooters switch between gas-operated semi-automatic fire and manual pump action, useful when using low-power or specialty ammunition that couldn't reliably cycle the gas system. Its aggressive, angular design looked unlike traditional wood and steel shotguns, giving it an unmistakable futuristic profile. Police and military units in Italy and several other countries adopted it for close-range tactical roles through the 1980s and 1990s. Its dual-mode operation made it flexible enough to handle both standard patrol duties and higher-risk tactical situations. Its striking silhouette made it a favorite prop in action films of the era, appearing repeatedly as the weapon of choice for tough on-screen characters. Export restrictions in some countries later limited its availability to civilian markets. Original production ended in the early 2000s, but its design still influences modern combat shotguns, and its film appearances kept its silhouette famous long after production stopped. Its folding stock and boxy profile remain a shorthand for tough, no-nonsense action characters even today. KRISS Vector. American company KRISS developed the Vector in the mid-2000s to solve a specific problem. Submachine guns firing powerful pistol cartridges tend to have harsh, upward-climbing recoil. It was officially released in 2006, using a patented Super V recoil mitigation system to redirect recoil energy downward instead. It commonly fires the 45 ACP, or 9x19mm cartridge, weighs about 2.7 kilograms, and measures around 55 centimeters with its folding stock extended. It feeds from a 13 to 30 round magazine, and its unusual dropped bolt path gives it a distinctly angular, layered profile unlike any earlier firearm. The Super V system redirects the bolt's rearward motion downward and forward before it cycles back, which significantly reduces muzzle rise during rapid fire. This mechanical solution required a completely new internal layout, which is why the weapon looks so different from traditional submachine guns. Military and law enforcement units in several countries adopted early versions for close-quarters roles, while civilian semi-automatic versions became popular in the commercial market. Shooting ranges and competitive shooters also embraced it for its unusually flat recoil impulse. Its sharp, futuristic design made it an instant hit with video game and film prop designers, appearing frequently in action and science fiction productions from the late 2000s onward. Its recoil reduction technology has influenced later firearm designs exploring similar mechanical solutions. It remains popular today among civilian shooters, military users, and on-screen productions alike, prized as much for looks as for function. Its unusual layered shape continues to stand out even in an era full of modern tactical firearm designs. Thompson M1928 Tommy Gun. American inventor John T. Thompson developed the Thompson submachine gun in the years following World War I, aiming to create a lightweight automatic weapon for trench-clearing roles that the war had ended before it saw full use. The M1928 variant was officially adopted by the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps in 1928, with civilian sales also continuing through the same period. It fires the 25 ACP cartridge, weighs about 4.9 kilograms loaded, and measures around 85 centimeters in length. It commonly fed from 20 or 30-round box magazines, though its iconic 50-round drum magazine became closely associated with its public image. It operates using a blowback system with a delayed action created by an internal H-shaped locking piece, which slowed the bolt's rearward movement enough to control the powerful 45 caliber round. Its distinctive drum magazine, wooden stock, and vertical foregrip gave it a silhouette unlike any other firearm of its time. Beyond military use in World War II, it became notorious through Prohibition-era organized crime in the United States, where gangsters used it in shootouts throughout the 1920s and 1930s. Law enforcement agencies also carried it during this same period, leading to its nickname as a weapon used by both sides of the law. This criminal association, combined with heavy use by American forces overseas, cemented its cultural fame. It became a defining prop in gangster films from Hollywood's golden age onward, permanently linking its silhouette with 1920s crime dramas. Original Thompsons are now valuable collector's items, and its shape remains instantly recognizable in period films to this day. Few firearms carry as strong a visual link to a single decade of American history and cinema. Colt's single-action army, Peacemaker. American manufacturer Colt developed the single-action army in the early 1870s to meet a U.S. Army requirement for a robust cartridge-firing revolver to replace older cap-and-ball designs. It was officially adopted by the U.S. Army in 1873, quickly earning the nickname Peacemaker among civilian buyers. It commonly chambered the .45 Colt cartridge, weighed about 1.1 kilograms, and measured around 33 centimeters with a standard barrel length. It holds 6 rounds in a rotating cylinder, loaded and unloaded through a side loading gate, and requires manually cocking the hammer before each shot. Its single-action mechanism means the trigger only releases the hammer, while cocking the hammer separately rotates the cylinder and prepares the next round. This simple, rugged design made it dependable in the harsh conditions of the American frontier. It became closely associated with lawmen, outlaws, and settlers across the western United States during the late 1800s, carried widely due to its reliability and stopping power. Its wide adoption across so many roles made it one of the defining tools of daily frontier life. Its balanced grip and clean profile became the definitive image of the Old West revolver. It became the single most recognizable firearm in Western films from Hollywood's earliest years onward, appearing in the hands of both heroes and villains across decades of cinema. Colt has continued producing the model in limited runs for collectors and enthusiasts. It remains a cultural icon, representing an entire genre of American film to this day. Its silhouette is so tied to the Western genre that modern films still reach for it whenever they want an instantly readable frontier setting. Scorpion VZ. 61 Czechoslovak arms designer Miroslav Rybarz developed the VZ-61 Scorpion in the late 1950s to give tank crews, vehicle operators, and support troops a compact self-defense weapon smaller than a standard submachine gun. It was officially adopted by the Czechoslovak Army in 1961, entering wider service through the following years. It fires the small .32 ACP cartridge, weighs just 1.3 kilograms unloaded, and measures around 51 centimeters with its folding stock extended. It feeds from a 10 or 20 round magazine and includes a rate-reducing mechanism that slows its cyclic rate to keep it controllable during automatic fire. It operates using a straight blowback system, with the rate reducer adding a mechanical delay between shots to prevent the small, light weapon from becoming uncontrollable. This combination of tiny size and folding metal stock gave it an unusually compact, almost toy-like profile compared to full-sized submachine guns. Warsaw Pact nations issued it widely, and it was also exported to various allied and insurgent groups throughout the Cold War. Its compact form made it easy to conceal under civilian clothing, which suited operations requiring discretion. Its small size made it popular with intelligence operatives and undercover units who needed a concealable automatic weapon. Its unusual, minimalist shape made it a recognizable prop in Cold War-era spy and action films from the 1970s onward. Original units remain in service with some military and police forces today, and it continues to draw interest from collectors worldwide for its distinctive compact design. Its small scale next to full-sized weapons still makes it visually memorable whenever it appears. If you found this breakdown useful, share this video with someone who's into film history or firearms design. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. Let us know in the comments which topic you want covered next.